Recently, I received a piece of mail from a nonprofit that I've known for close to 20 years, and it's a nonprofit I really like. And I was flipping through, looking at everything, seeing what they've been up to. And I was kind of surprised. I looked at it really, really closely and realized that all of the same people that I met almost 20 years ago are still involved on the board and in leadership roles. Now, certainly they've changed and taken turns being board chair and vice chair and treasurer and things like that. I hope they have. But none of them have left, and new people haven't really come on. And that's a huge risk for the board. The board's job is actually to manage risk. They have many jobs. And so they're really hurting themselves. And I want to talk about I'll give you 3 duties they have in board language, and we'll talk about one of them. The board has a duty of care. They have a duty of obedience and duty of loyalty. So let's talk about this duty of care. Their job is to care for the organization's assets and its people and the longevity of the organization. And so you're not just caring about the money and making sure all the assets exist into the future. You're also caring about the people. So the staff, you obviously want to make sure you have succession planning and depth of staff. But for volunteers and donors, and particularly that board leadership is what I'm talking about here. The job of the board, and this is a specific role that can be assigned to a variety of people or committees, is to recruit new people to replace you. This is for many reasons. You want to always have new perspectives, new viewpoints, new expertise. You want to be able to replace people and be ready to replace them and have leaders grow into the roles and pick up on the history and the things they need to know, bring new things to the table. Be ready when someone is ready to retire, moves, is ready to go to a different leadership role, whatever it may be. But you are hurting your organization if you stay and if your entire board ignores the need to bring new people. Your bylaws should have a length of term for the board members and number of terms that you are allowed to serve. If you reach your maximum number of terms, you need to leave the board. You can leave for 1 or 2 years. You can come back. I have a board that I love. I hope that when I'm finished, they bring me back in a couple of years. I absolutely love this board, but I should leave when I'm finished. And then you should be also working to recruit your replacements, recruit other people you want to work with. Recruit great people who have the skills that you know your organization needs. But you need to be able to monitor that the people that are there, it's time for them to leave, it's time for them to be renewed, it's time to replace this person. That is the job of either a governance committee. Could be the job of a nominating committee. If you're a really small board, it could be the job of a vice chair, an immediate past president, could be the job of a secretary. There aren't strict rules about that. But the real rule is you need to be concerned about the longevity of the organization. And if you're not concerned about the succession planning of your own board, you're introducing a risk. So take the time, look and assess your board and see if it's time for all of you to look at your terms, your term length, and see if it's time for you to start recruiting new people. If you all have been there a long time, don't all leave at once. That's not good either. So take some time and stagger your departures as well if that's something that you need to do.